Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to this new video. In this video, we are um, going to react on this movie a trailer, Kashmir Files. So basically, I have watched this movie, and I will also tell my views over this video, this movie, and also our PM Modi's support for Kashmiri Files. We will analyze that also, Kashmir Files. So first of all, let's watch the trailer. Who haven't watched already can see it, or otherwise skip to the part. I will pin the comment, and there we can see the views uh, of mine related to this video. So let's get started.
Want to know the most common mistake men make when approaching women?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23। आप पर एक इल्जाम है कि आपने ढेर सारे कश्मीरी पंडितों की जान ली है। जी। कितने लोगों को मारा होगा आपने? 20, 25। अगर वो आपसे कहते कि अपने सगे भाई को मार दो तो मार देते, और आपसे आपकी माँ को मारने के लिए कहते तो मार देते।
उसके सामने हम अपनी माजी की कोई बात नहीं करेंगे।
मतलब नो मेंशन ऑफ एक्सोडस।
नो, एक्सोडस नहीं, जेनोसाइड।
देखो कौन है, कृष्णा।
रात तक कश्मीर छोड़कर जाने को कहा है।
हमारे लोग मर रहे हैं सर।
कश्मीर चल रहा है, खुलेआम कश्मीरी हिंदुओं का कत्ले आम हो रहा है।
पंडितों को किसी ने नहीं भगाया, वो खुद भागे, गवर्नर से मिल गए।
जहाँ शिव, सरस्वती, ऋषि कश्यप हुए, वो कश्मीर हमारा था। जहाँ पंचतंत्र लिखा गया, वो कश्मीर हमारा था। तू जानता ही क्या है कश्मीर के बारे में?
Kashmir has never been an integral part of India, and this is a historical fact.
अपना धर्म बदलो, भागो या मर जाओ। कश्मीर के मसले का एक ही हल,
देश की तकदीर वही बदल सकता है जिसके पास ये पावर है, पॉलिटिकल पावर।
पॉलिटिक्स का बस एक ही अंत, विनाश, मौत। मौत के डर से मैं भी कायर बन जाऊं। और मुझ पर फटा था, तुम पर नहीं। पद्मश्री मुझे ऐसे ही नहीं मिला ना।
पद्मश्री आपको सरकार ने खामोश रहने के लिए दिया।
आजादी इज ए सॉन्ग ऑफ टेररिज्म।
It's an anthem of free Kashmir, exactly like Jangar Man of India.
जब मासूम लड़कों को गाड़ी से बांध कर घसीटा जाएगा और उन पर रेप चार्जेस लगाए जाएंगे तो ये सताए हुए लोग गंजी उठाएंगे सर।
कश्मीरी पंडितों ने तो कभी कोई बंदूक नहीं उठाई।
And we'll never allow Kashmir to be an integral part of this country. चाहे उसके लिए आग क्यों न लगानी पड़े. This is the time for justice, Krishna.
लेकिन क्या कश्मीरी पंडितों को वापस अपने घर कश्मीर जाने का मौका मिलेगा? इट्स दिस जस्टिस।
So guys, let's analyze this trailer. So first we see this person who is in an interview. His name is Bitta, and he always blinks his right eye first at a very I think it is very comic timing when he blinks his eye, like he says that I would kill his family member, like his own family member he would kill. So then he blinks his that eye, this one. So that's comic timing, which we can see all over the video, all over the movie also, like, and he is the main antagonist of the movie. And we can see, then let's analyze this trailer. And he is the main person who is in Kashmir Liberation Front, and who is fighting for liberation of Kashmir from India, as they portray here. And what is happening here is that, first of all, I have watched this movie, and it is very blood boiling movie, if you think like that. And like, if you can relate to it, which 99% of Indian will relate to that, and they will either your blood will boil, or it will get freeze. I think, like, there's in theater there's an AC, and the kind of things that has gone down in Kashmir in 1990 will surely do something with, when you will see this movie, then you will think that these things are like very difficult to watch actually. As being an Indian, you will always feel that this movie is very difficult to watch, because the things that has happened there, the unfortunate events, and the government that has done nothing. And we will just analyze this trailer, and this trailer also summarizes the movie quite well. If you see the movie, then you watch the trailer, then you can think that this trailer summarizes the movie well. And as we can see here, this person is IAS officer in the movie. So he is famous actor. I'm just forgetting his name, because I'm not following these movies, but his name is quite popular, and I have Mithunda. So he's Mithunda. Okay. So now this is like the producer of the movie. I am Buddha. The banner is there, and that's yeah. This is what I was talking about. And as we can see that some houses are burning, and those are the Kashmiri Pandit house. If they are not vacating, they are burning it, and if they are vacating, then also. And basically what is happening here is that all the people of Kashmir have turned against Kashmiri Pandits. So basically here Kashmiri Pandits were in minority, and they used to live in the neighborhood, and all the people who they considered as good neighborhood people have turned against them, and have betrayed them, betrayed their trust, and basically they were involved in genocide. And due to some brainwashing which has been done, because that time there was no social media, you will get information from newspaper or news channel, and the government was of Congress. So you can think of that, like Congress people didn't help Kashmiri Pandit during this thing. And the reason was because the central government was in good terms with the state government. And the central government, in by good terms I mean they were like friends, the leaders were friends. So central government if interfered, then their friendship might get into trouble. So everything was into state government, if you can picture it that way, because it was special state and everything status was given. And then what happened is that their leader, state government leader, died, and there was something political turmoil, and some some uh, some really bad organizations like Kashmir Liberation Front and other, they took took control, uh, and then they like some people think that the central government was knowing that all these things, and they didn't did anything to stop that, and other things are there, so you can study that later, and this is history. Obviously you can study that, and history is also based on the facts. Also the facts are built by the narrative builders, so maybe you will not get everything proper if you study it, but this movie portrays that central government was doing nothing at that time, which was of Congress. So let's see here. This person is saying that Kashmir is burning, and alright. So no, wait. So he, as I said, he was IAS officer. So he's saying that Kashmir is burning to the leaders who were there, of some political party, and they actually didn't help him. So his cry that Kashmir is burning, it continued to burn. So basically he got ignored by those leaders, so that's very sad. And this person, he is old, and he is talking to some person. Okay, so already so Anupam Kher is a Kashmiri person, if I am correct, and I don't know, I heard someone saying it, that he is a Kashmiri person, and his role in the movie is justified, and because he has gone through all the troubles and everything. And this person sitting here is basically, you can say, as a protagonist who is brainwashed in his college. Like he thinks that certain things are right which are wrong, and he basically, he is a person who hinges in between right and wrong, and like the balance is there, and if you disturb it, then it hinges like it. So basically he is that kind of person who later come to know everything correctly, and he gives a very nice speech in his present day. So basically there are two times. So one is 1990, and this is the present time when this beta has grown white beard, and this child has grown old. So, and Anupam Kher has grown older, and 1990 was that time, and this is the present day. So basically in this scene what is happening is that Anupam Kher is saying don't go don't do politics here and everything like that, and basically his grandson, this person, is standing for a political election for his college, but the college is basically brainwashed by a certain party or certain element or something like that. So basically they believe in anti-national sentiments, and this child also gets into that thing, and he does some slogans and all, and he is in national region or desh throw mein hai ye. So basically that's what is happening in this college. This woman is doing the bad thing, like she's talking everything against national, like she's spitting out poison into the face of these children who are listening to her. Basically they paid fees, so they are listening or something like that, I don't know. or basically they are just brainwashed or something. So but in present day it's very difficult to brainwash anyone, because there's everything is available on internet, and if you are aware enough, you can get through any narrative and basically not be brainwashed. I don't know how these fools are listening to this woman. uh, I don't know if they are getting any money to do that. And as you can see that these people are running, and in कश्मीर बनेगा पाकिस्तान जैसे स्लोगन है यहाँ पे. So and there is one more scene. Okay, so this person is also doing the same, and he is a member of Kashmir Liberation Front, and he is misguiding people to like he is trying to uh, instigate violence among the community, the Muslim community living there, and telling them that we will make Kashmir Pakistan and just burn these people. Or and there is one slogan that is there, Galib Salib Khalib, and which means either you convert or you leave or you die. So these are the three choices they are given. Basically Kashmiri Pandit or Hindus, Indian Hindus who are living in Kashmir, we should not use Kashmiri Pandits so often, because basically the people who got killed were Indians, and they were among us, like they were people who were among us. So we cannot segregate them and always title them that they were Kashmiri Pandit. We should not do that. We should just believe that those people who got killed were alright. So you got the message that they were Indians and everything, and we cannot segregate them and just say that in 1990s the people who got killed were Kashmiri Pandits. So basically there is a caste bias and all. Like Pandit people, some people will think, okay, Pandit, so what? Right, but it's not like that. It's very so let's get back to the topic. I think you got my point, that they were people who were Indians basically. Alright, so as you can see here, he is saying remove article 370 at that time, when in 1990s he is saying like that. So basically people somehow know that these happening to them is because of article 370, that any Indian cannot go and settle into Kashmir or buy land in Kashmir. So that was a really bad thing, this article 370, which caused this political instability and everything, and like communalism and everything. So this person knew that, and he's Anupam Kher in this movie, and he wrote around 400 to some considerable amount of letters to the government or to the concerned organization to remove this article. And he was kicked out from Kashmir by these pigs who are named terrorists, and these pigs basically removed him, and then he came back to Kashmir, and then he formed a society, small kind of society, where these Kashmiri Hindus were there, and they used to support removal of article 370, and which he does later on. And here is a refugee camp for these people, these Kashmiri people who got dislocated from their home by force. So that's a camp, and he got cataract, and therefore he is wearing these weird looking glasses. because he chose like cheapest classes because he wanted his family member to study and all. So that angle is also there. And in the background you can see Mithunda standing on the bottom right corner. So if you see this movie, then you will get to know that why he is standing there. He is standing there because he brought some minister there, and then he got ignored by his own friend, and and either Anupam Kher is unable to see his friend, IAS officer friend, or because of that cataract operation or something, or basically he just ignored him because nobody came to help him when he was in need, and now he is there. So he is like, you make no difference to me and I just overlook you and everything, and he just continue his act, like saying remove article 370. So this is the next scene where this person is giving a speech. So if you watch this movie, basically his heart has been changed, and he came to know the real truth about that, and his family actually got killed, and the reason why his family was killed was unknown to him by his other family members. So basically what people said, he used to believe it. Some people here used to say that the army killed their family members, and some people used to say terrorists killed their family member, but he for the most part didn't know the truth, that the terrorists were the actual person who killed his family members. And he also was a disbeliever in this genocide thing, and he was going by the facts which were circulated by the media. So basically what happened is like the facts were misleading at that time. So the media was in control of the government or certain elements that were like that, and they just reported few deaths of Kashmiri Hindus and the people who got dislocated, and every data was like getting hidden. So basically the Chinese were dying of coronavirus. Nobody can tell how many or how much, because maybe the government might censor that data and show you a false data. Also in this case, the same thing is there. So that's a thing, that narrative is always shaped, and it is shaped by people who are in power. At that time, some people who were in power uh, were were believer in something else. So basically what I am trying to say, that at that time who the people who were in power were not in believer of something that at this time, at present day, people who are in government believe. So basically now you are getting to know certain things that was hidden from you, like this genocide of Kashmiri Hindu. Like everyone knows about the Holocaust or Israeli people, and everyone considers it a bad thing, but nobody talks about this thing that happened in Kashmir, which is very much similar to that thing which happened in Holocaust. But the unfortunate things have happened, and that you can feel in this movie. You can become the part of the like a movie came out, Schindler's List, an Oscar winning movie it was. So basically at that movie you can become a part of Jewish community during the Holocaust. Similarly, you can become the part of this community, Kashmiri Hindu, in the 1990s, and you can become the part of that, and you can feel how helpless these Kashmiri Hindus were, and how bad circumstances were for them, and basically everything you can see in this movie. So basically what is happening here is I don't know, so let's just skip ahead. So in here his friends, basically Anupam Kher's friends are these 3-4 people, and they are blaming this person with specs was in media. So basically he is getting blamed like you reported bad facts or misleading facts at the time of 1990s. Like at that time the press used to say that the Muslims are getting victimized or something. So they are like doing the opposite thing. Basically the oppressing community is getting victimized on the media. So how is that possible today? It's not possible today. It was possible at that time, which these journalists used to do. This Pex person is getting thrashed in this scene for that, basically. So what happens is that media was in control by some elements, and they were giving false or misleading information in their news channels, and they were hiding the basically genocide and all. So basically he watches some dream in this scene, and yeah, he is saying like that the Muslims in Kashmir are basically getting victimized. Like his tone in this scene is like they are charged with rape, and then what they will do? They will pick guns. Then Mithunda says Kashmiri Pandit didn't end up taking to arms. So basically he is brainwashed in this scene, so he's talking all nonsense, and basically he is into that narrative thing which was built. So he is believing that, but Mithunda, having seen everything, having witnessed everything, and having been the part of the 1990 thing when he was just an infant, so he knows better, and he then explains to him, and he then shows some news cuttings to him, and then he get some brain at right places, and then this woman is like a very you can consider another antagonist in the movie, who is mobilizing crowd for bad narrative, or you can think something like that. Okay, so brutally honest. So you can see in this movie a hospital nurse has been shot dead, and so these are basically the pigs in Kashmir who were doing their piggy, and okay, so basically Anupam Kher told his grandson that you can take my ashes to my home Kashmir, and then you can throw his ashes on the floor of his home, and take my 4 friends there, and he tells him to do that, to take his 4 friends there and go there, and you can see at the background there is written Free Kashmir. Like people who were there, they painted the walls of abandoned homes with Free Kashmir, like they are celebrating their victory or something, which is very bad. And here in this scene you can see an innocent woman shot dead just because she refused to go with terrorists, and and become their slave or something. So, and she was shot dead. And basically in the movie you can also see that how unarmed the police of Kashmir seemed. Like they have the senseless long rifle, and who which you can see that if you fire a shot with that rifle you need to reload it again or something like that, while the terrorists used to have AK-47 and the advanced military thing. And so basically the police of Kashmir was, as you can see in the movie, is heavily unarmed. So what happens is when terrorists come there, they just stand like that in front of a bunker. When terrorists come, they just hide in their that sack of wheat or something that they put there to blockade them from the terrorists, and they just hide like that and go safe, and while innocent people die there and like that. And so is this justice? And this is the scene when his eyes are getting opened, like he comes to know the truth about his family from a newspaper cutting that the IS officer kept at his home, and he is now getting some sense into himself. And so that's there, and that is the Kashmiri Files. Now let's analyze
Grammarly does more than catch it.
this
कश्मीर फाइल्स आप अगर देखें तो इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में शायद मोस्ट डिस्कस्ड मूवी बन चुकी है। मैंने आज तक कभी भी एक ऐसी मूवी नहीं देखी जिसको पार्लियामेंट में डिस्कस किया जा रहा है हमारी वित्त मंत्री द्वारा, प्राइम मिनिस्टर अलग से इस पे स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं। ये एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा मैं कहूँगा इम्पैक्टफुल मूवी है ऑल टुगेदर। ऑलरेडी आपको पता होगा कि 8 स्टेट्स हैं इंडिया में, ज़्यादातर जो ये स्टेट्स हैं दे आर रूल्ड बाय बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट। तो 8 स्टेट्स हैं इंडिया में जिन्होंने टैक्स फ्री डिक्लेयर कर।
also if I missed this phase, basically what happens is when there is Mahashivratri, day of Mahashivratri, Anupam Kher used to do blue makeup like Shivji, and he used to go and perform a drama at his school. So at that very day the people were getting attacked, so he runs like this makeup, wearing this makeup, and that is the thing. And as we can see that 8 states have put this movie tax free, which is very nice. And you can see that the depth of the movie is like that state want that you should watch this movie at least once. Like if nobody, like, just understand this thing. If there was a Holocaust, all right, so the Israeli people, the Jewish people died. So if the Jewish people don't know that their people died in the Holocaust, then how will the world recognize it, or how will they? So first step is to know about that Holocaust for the Jewish people. Similarly, for the Kashmiri Hindus, or for the Hindus, they should know about the happening of 1990, or this thing that happened there. And there is so for the very same reason the state wants that you should watch this movie, because you should be aware about the thing that happened, and you should not be in any dilemma. So that's the basic reason why it's getting tax free, and you should watch it, because you should watch it because you should know the truth of the Kashmir. Like Kashmir was a headline of every newspaper for headline of at least one or 2 weeks you can see bad news coming from Kashmir, like anything bad thing happening there, or some conflicting news, you not bad but some conflict you can see from that, and every Indian newspaper you can see it there. So you should know that why these things became that way, because something very bad happened there and people are not getting justice, and people have not gotten any justice till date. So that's because the media made people realize that nothing bad happened, and the government was a moron to let that thing happen, and also not control these radical things, and let the injustice take place, and then they tried to hide it from people, which is even worse. So watch this movie
दिया
at
है
least.
कश्मीर फाइल्स को। कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, इन द फ्यूचर ये नंबर आपको 9 से 10 के आसपास भी मिले। हाँ, इस बीच एक सेटबैक इस मूवी को ये भी लगा है कि मॉरिशस पहला देश बना है जिसने कहा है कि ये मूवी सेंसरशिप का टेस्ट पास नहीं करती, तो इसलिए ये मूवी लगता नहीं है कि मॉरिशस में रिलीज होने वाली है। हालांकि कुछ लोगों ने इसके अगेंस्ट अपील करी है, मगर देखना होगा कि इवेंचुअली मॉरिशस यहाँ पर करता क्या है। मॉरिशस बाय द वे मैं आपको ये बता दूं, एक इस्लामिक कंट्री नहीं है, मिक्स रिलीजन वाली कंट्री है। यहाँ पे आपको हिंदूज, क्रिश्चियंस, मुस्लिम्स, वेरियस रिलीजन के लोग यहाँ पे आपको मिलेंगे। और जहाँ पर वेरियस न्यूज आउटलेट्स अब इस मूवी को ये भी कह रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे इस्लामाफोबिया इस मूवी में। पीएम मोदी ओपनली, मैं पहली बार देख रहा हूँ कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया ओपनली एक मूवी की सपोर्ट में आए हैं। यहाँ पे मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप सुने पीएम मोदी ने कहा क्या है अबाउट कश्मीर फाइल्स।
इतनी बड़ी घटना कोई फिल्म नहीं बना पाया, क्योंकि सत्य को दबाने का लगातार प्रयास। भारत विभाजन, जब हमने 14 अगस्त को एक हॉरर डे के रूप में याद करने के लिए तय किया, तो कई लोगों को बड़ी मुसीबत हो गई। कैसे भूल सकता है देश? कभी कभी उसमें से तुम्हें तो सीखने को मिलता है। भारत विभाजन में ऑथेंटिक कोई फिल्म नहीं बनी, और इसलिए इन दिनों आपने देखा होगा कश्मीर फाइल फिल्म की चर्चा कर, और जो लोग हमेशा फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन के झंडे लेकर के घूमते हैं, वो पूरी जमात बौखला गई है पिछले 5-6 दिन से। और ये फिल्म का तथ्यों के आधार पर, आर्ट के आधार पर उसकी विवेचना करने के बजाय उसको डिस्क्रेडिट करने के लिए बड़ा मुहिम चला है। आपने देखा होगा एक पूरी इकोसिस्टम, कोई सत्य उजागर करने का साहस करे, उसको जो सत्य लगा उसने प्रस्तुत करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन उस सत्य को न समझने की तैयारी, न स्वीकारने की तैयारी है, न ही दुनिया इसको देखे इसके लिए उनकी मंजूरी है। जिस प्रकार का षड्यंत्र पिछले 5-6 दिन से चल रहा है। मेरा विषय कोई फिल्म नहीं है, मेरा विषय है कि जो सत्य है उसको सही स्वरूप में देश के सामने लाना, देश की भलाई के लिए होता है। उसके कुछ कई पहलू हो सकते हैं, किसी को एक चीज नजर आती है, किसी को दूसरी नजर आएगी। जिनको लगता है कि ये फिल्म ठीक नहीं होगा, अपनी दूसरी फिल्म बनाए, कौन मना करता है? लेकिन उनको हैरानी हो रही है कि जिस सत्य को इतने सालों तक दबा करके रखा, उसको तथ्यों के आधार पर जब बाहर लाया जा रहा है और कोई मेहनत करके ला रहा है, तो उसको पूरी इकोसिस्टम लग गई है, पूरी इकोसिस्टम लग गई। और ऐसे समय जो सत्य,
अब एक तरफ पीएम मोदी की स्टेटमेंट आई है, फिर हमारी फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने भी यहाँ पर कश्मीर फाइल्स को पार्लियामेंट में मेंशन किया। ये वीडियो छोटी सी वीडियो है, ये मैं चाहता हूँ ये भी आप देखें।
कश्मीर फाइल्स के बारे में डिनायल का ट्वीट्स लगातार आया, और ये भी बोले कश्मीरी पंडित्स खुद जाकर के चल गए कश्मीर से, उनके खुद की मर्जी से, ना कि कुछ हुआ। डिनायल कांग्रेस के ऑफिशियल हैंडल से, और उस हैंडल में से ये भी बोले कि अपने हमारे पार्टी का बिलीफ है कि ये टेररिस्ट का काम था, कुछ काम था पता नहीं, और खुद वो क्योंकि दिल्ली में उनको कुछ बेनिफिट्स मिल रही है, जमीन मिल रही है, जॉब मिल रही है, रिजर्वेशन, उसके लिए वो निकल गए।
काफी लंबा स्पीच दिया है यहाँ पर एक्चुअली फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने। इन्होंने बहुत सी यहाँ पर बातें बोली कि कश्मीर फाइल्स ने ट्रुथ यहाँ पर दिखाया है और कई पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज जो सच्चाई है उसको छुपाने की कोशिश कर रही है। तो दिस इज अ वेरी कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल मूवी, परहैप्स द मोस्ट कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल मूवी ऑफ आवर टाइम्स। और इंटरेस्टिंग बात देखिए कि पीएम मोदी का जो सपोर्ट है इस मूवी को, ये एक ऐसे टाइम में आ गया है जब इंटरनेशनली इस्लामाफोबिया का जो इशू है बढ़ चढ़ के अब उठेगा। वो यहाँ पर क्या है, आप देख पाओगे, इमरान खान की ट्वीट है, कुछ ही मिनट्स पहले ट्वीट आई थी, मैं ये फॉलो कर रहा था इस इशू को प्रॉपरली। यूनाइटेड नेशंस में रिसेंटली एक रेजोल्यूशन पास कर दिया गया है इस्लामाफोबिया के अगेंस्ट। इस रेजोल्यूशन को चाइना ने, रशिया ने, पाकिस्तान ने, कुछ जो ओआईसी कंट्रीज इन्होंने भी यहाँ पर सपोर्ट किया। अब वो यहाँ पर इसके अंदर क्या है कि 15 मार्च को डिक्लेयर कर दिया गया है एज इंटरनेशनल डे टू कॉम्बैट इस्लामाफोबिया। तो ऐसे टाइम में ये जो मूवी रिलीज हुई है तो डेफिनेटली अब इस मूवी पर प्रेशर बनेगा इंटरनेशनली। हो सकता है कि कुछ और कंट्रीज यहाँ पे अपने सेंसर बोर्ड की परमिशन ना दे इस मूवी को और इस्लामाफोबिया इशू कहकर इस मूवी को उतना एक्सपोजर ना मिले ग्लोबली जितना परहैप्स मिलना चाहिए। तो अभी देखना यहाँ पर यह होगा कि कौन कौन सी कंट्रीज अलाउ करती है कश्मीर फाइल्स को इन द फ्यूचर और किन कंट्रीज में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम आती है। आई विल कीप यू ऑल अपडेटेड विद रेगुलर वीडियोस। और फाइनली यहाँ पर मैं ये भी ऐड कर दूँ कि अनअकैडमी की अभी मैसिव सेल चल रही है, 20% ऑफ, फ्लैट 20% ऑफ। कमेंट सेक्शन में जाओ, ये सेल बाय द वे 16 को खत्म।
So as we can see in this video that first of all there is like Mauritius has censored this movie because it is like Muslim dominated country, so it will censor it because this movie basically shows you the truth of being non-Muslim in Muslim majority state basically. So that is there and it will happen anywhere where it can happen, like in Kashmir. So basically this movie is being censored in Mauritius. And basically if you are thinking that people will give this movie an Oscar in a similar way that the movie Schindler List got Oscar, so it is not going to happen because basically the Christian community is also an Abrahamic religion. What do I mean by Abrahamic religion is that both Christian and Muslim believe in one invisible kind of God or something like that. So they believe in one thing and that's why they are like in Abrahamic religion, or maybe another reason would be there, but somehow these two Muslims and Christians are like that you can say that they will not reward any movie which is against their narrative or anything like that. So basically the true win for this movie is getting certain kind of response from its core public, that is Indian people. They should watch it and they should know about the truth of the things that happened there, not appeasing any international award or anything. So that's not the goal of this movie. Alright, so that's there, and there you can see that some Urdu newspaper, as you can see from the logo, is saying that because the Kashmir file is Hindutva's latest anti-Muslim weapon. So as you can see that here they are always using the term Hindutva, like they are coining us, like always it has been there that the West has labeled India and 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 the West and also the other countries are like using a tag for for anything that is happening here. They just use a tag like what is Hindutva. We don't know, we don't want to know, we don't want any tag basically, like and it is a very negative tag they always give to you, so don't go into that. So they are saying that Hindutva's latest anti-Muslim weapon. So uh, so basically we will just ignore this headline, but uh, because it should be done, because we all know that certain newspapers or news reporting agencies have a bias towards certain communities, or they have certain agendas and certain things, and also they prefer showing certain news to you in a certain way that pleases their masters, or they are from where they are getting funded, they will do that thing. And basically this thing has been shown in the Kashmir files, like they have used the term some sub changasi somewhere in the movie, which basically hits uh, the the a certain YouTube channel, or certain channels that uh, do the anti-Modi or uh, anti-national or something like that, that support those arguments. So the movie also hits on them from their own dialogue. So that's really fun thing to see in the movie. Like it's not a fun movie, but I don't know why I use that term, but that's basically a reference to that thing. And let's move ahead. So basically Narendra Modi here, I completely agree with Modi ji also, like if he says uh, if he comes in support of Kashmir files, that's really nice thing uh, he does. And I think he's saying like the whole ecosystem has come against this movie Kashmir Files. He's saying something like that. So basically, there is a ecosystem, like certain elements that are funded by church, or or certain foreign organizations support certain elements, and they control certain part of media. They have a certain ecosystem that Modi points out to them. And like the JNU thing, people were saying free Kashmir, or हमको चाहिए आज़ादी आज़ादी है, and other things. So basically these anti-national sentiments don't come from thin air. Basically certain people are getting paid, or certain funding from outside your nation is coming, and which is getting a shape like that, like JNU, or like so you should identify that, and you should be aware of that in any democratic country, like the Ford India, for example. Ford India was an organization which funded funded which was funded by certain elements like church or other things, to stop the growth of India, like they will come after some projects, like certain big projects like Sardar Sarovar Dam or certain things. They will just come after that thing, development projects, and they will file cases for it and delay it for like indefinite period of time, and basically delay your country's growth. So why is that happening? Because certain elements outside your nation doesn't want your nation to grow, and these things are there. So basically the ecosystem is there, certain kind of ecosystem is there. So Modi pinches on that and points on that this ecosystem or whatever thing is there. So they are like coming against this movie. So why they are getting hit so hard from this movie? Basically, if you just understand that, then you will get to know. Uh, that's why Modi is supporting this movie, and I am in 100% support with this Modi, and also I am in support of this movie. It is my personal view. You might differ from it, and you can comment and if you differ from it, or if you have another opinion. I would like to know that. And so basically this movie is very nice, and it shows the truth, and again this news, this Hindutva, and I don't know why they want to like use the term Hindutva like a terror thing Hindu people are doing, like we come from a very we are from basically Sanatan Dharma is there, and we don't do these things. Basically Hindu is a foreign name given to us, like हिंद के उस तरफ रहने वाले हिंदू हो गए ऐसे, like they have given another term to you now, Hindutva. So suck on that. And okay, so basically let's get back to the topic. And here finance minister is saying that Congress is going openly against Kashmir files, sorry, I always say Kashmiri, I don't know why, because it relates to Kashmiri people. Or okay, so the Congress, why Congress is against this movie? Because it shows the flaws of that government at that time, which was of Congress, and which so you can see this video again. So I actually forgot what she was saying, so I am skipping this part. And she was saying something very nice, that about the Congress, about the movie. And I also support her statement basically. And here you can see the Imran Khan, this Prime Minister of Pakistan. He's saying something about Islamophobia. So as you can see that in the UN there is a soft corner for Islam and Christian. Like Christian we can understand, but Islam also, because it is an Abrahamic religion, and India has pointed out that this phobia term is reserved only for the Abrahamic religion and not for Hindu phobia. There is no Hindu phobia term there, and they always victimize their people, and they portray that they are they are like victim. But as you can see in this movie, that they are not the victim. But you can see his tweet, he is saying Islamophobia. And why he is saying that? Because in the age of internet, when you will see what these people, these Islamic people have done, what they have done in your country, when you will see that, then you will basically develop a bad feeling against them, because they have not done any good thing in your country which you can be proud of or anything like that, but they have certainly done a bad thing somewhere where they were in majority. Like in Pakistan, the people, the Hindu people, the and other Buddhist people, Jain people, and other communities were suppressed because it became a Islamic state or a Muslim supporting state. So these communities were suppressed, they were getting killed. Similarly, similar things were getting into shape in Kashmir, which was avoided. So basically, that's a good thing that it was avoided, and the things are very better in the present day. But it was very bad at that time. So that's why they are getting to know that people will develop Islamophobia. But why they will develop that? Because of the things that they have committed, and because of they know that they have committed those things. So that's why people will hate them for that, and that they recognize that that's a good thing, I think, because but they will play the victim card, and that's a bad thing if you consider them victim, because they are not. So basically, that's a biased opinion. You can differ from it. If you differ from it, just comment and do anything. Okay, so this was of this clip, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And this is the I think the first time I am reacting to any video. I will do it more often if this video gets good reviews or anything like that, good views or something that helps the channel grow. So basically, that's what is needed for me, and I think this is the end of the video. If you are still here, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and 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 press the bell icon. Okay, bye.